Ever felt like your prayers were just hitting the ceiling? Like you were crying out and no one was listening? Well, today let's dive into a story from thousands of years ago that shows just how powerful one heartfelt prayer can be. This is the story of a woman named Hannah, a prophet named Samuel, and the very first king of Israel, Saul. Our story starts with Hannah, a woman absolutely brokenhearted because she couldn't have children. In her culture, this was a source of deep shame. Every year she'd go to the temple, and every year her rival would taunt her. But one year something changed. Hannah hit her breaking point. She went to the temple and didn't just pray. She poured out her entire soul to God, weeping, bargaining, promising that if he gave her a son, she would give that son right back to his service for his entire life. It was a raw, desperate, and incredibly faithful prayer. And guess what? God heard her. A year later, Samuel was born. Hannah kept her promise, dedicating her miracle child to God. This isn't just a sweet story. It is a powerful reminder that when we pray with sincerity and dedicate our desires to a higher purpose, incredible things can happen. Fast forward a few years. Samuel, the boy born from that prayer, is now a grown man, a prophet, and a judge. And Israel, they're in a mess. They've turned away from God, they're worshiping idols, and their old enemies, the Philistines, are crushing them. It looks hopeless. But Samuel stands before the people and gives them a clear choice. If you are returning to the Lord with all your hearts, then rid yourselves of the foreign gods, and commit yourselves to the Lord, and serve him only. The people listened. They fasted, they repented, and they put their faith back in God. Just as they were recommitting themselves, the Philistines attacked. But this time was different. Guided by Samuel, Israel faced their enemy not just with swords, but with renewed faith. And they won a decisive victory. This was a national revival, showing that true strength and deliverance don't come from military might alone, but from turning back to our core beliefs and values. But humans are, well, human. The people of Israel looked around at other nations. They saw powerful kings, magnificent armies, and grand palaces. They started thinking, why can't we have that? We're tired of these temporary judges. We want a king like everyone else. They demanded a king from Samuel. This was a huge deal. It was a rejection of God as their ultimate ruler. God tells Samuel, "It is not you they have rejected, but they have rejected me as their king." Still, God gives them what they ask for. He chooses a man named Saul, a guy who was literally just looking for his dad's lost donkeys. Saul was tall, handsome, and looked the part. But he was an unlikely choice. Samuel anoints him in a secret ceremony, and Saul becomes Israel's very first king. This moment marks a massive turning point in history, the transition from a group of tribes led by judges to a full-blown monarchy. It's a powerful and cautionary tale about getting what you want, but not necessarily what you need, and how God can